Welcome to English literature class. My dear students, you studied yesterday second stanza, in which you studied that when trees are planted gradually, they grow up and give shade to people who walk around. The leaves of the trees keep away the sun rays and give a cooling effect to people who walk under the trees. By the causing the right amount of humidity, the right atmosphere to attract rain, the trees make the clouds pour down their wealth. We get seed from the existing trees, At the end of the flowering process, when a tree grows into branches, there are enough birds. We need seeds and birds for further tree plantation. Here you knew that years that fade, and flush again. It means that time moves on, years and seasons comes and go. Like in winter, leaves of trees fade away, and as spring comes, there is a sudden growth of vegetation. Trees go through many phases in their life, but they keep continuously growing. The poet tells us that planting a tree is planting a blessing for all creatures upon the earth. Thus, people should be encouraged to plant more and more trees. Students, you studied in the second stanza. Now, in third stanza, you will study. Here, the line you can see. Stanza 3, this is the last stanza of this poem. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far-cast thought of civic good. The poet says here, he plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far cast of thought of security, his blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land, a nation's growth from sea to sea, stirs in his heart who plants a tree. The poet says here, in the third time, the poet repeats the same question. In third time, what does he plant who plants a tree? For the third time, the poet repeats the same question asked in the earlier two stanzas. People plant trees primarily due to love and loyalty. He says, people plant trees primarily in the beginning due to love and loyalty to one's own home and family. One's own home and family, and a thought of future good. He thinks that it will be beneficial for the future good. The trees provide all required nutrients, minerals and natural resources. One who plants a tree brings blessing of God. One who plants a tree brings blessings of God. Blessings of God means here, his blessings refer to God's blessings. When a person plants a tree for love of home and common good, God's blessings come on all the people in the neighborhood. Thus, one who plants trees has something stirring in his heart to show care and concern for the growth of a nation, from one boundary to other, sea to sea, one boundary to other. Planting a tree is like planting a new nation which will bring peace and harmony. The poet says here, God take care of growth of our land, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. Means that God is very protective and caring and controls all the growth of our land. It reveals keen interest and care God takes to nurture the trees and vegetation. According to poet, you can see, a nation grows when the vegetation grows well from one boundary to the other, which makes life comfortable, healthy and livable for its citizens. The desire to work for good of home, for the growth of nation, the desire to work for the good of home and for growth of nation stirs the hearts of a man who plants a tree. When a man plants a tree, he partakes of God's divine act. Dear students, the clear message goes that we get from the poem, that is, everyone who plants a tree does a noble deed and does it for the love of his own home and as a dutiful citizen for the benefit of the nation. All the three stanzas have completed. When the school reopens, it will be explained again. Till then, you work hard, listen the video, do practice continuously. Thank you so much.